Hello and good afternoon. I am Yatin Mota and you are watching this Moneycontrol live closing bell. And obviously, if you talk about the Indian stock markets, the slow for the week, the start of the week has been quite slow. And if you look at the Sensex, 120 points down, Nifty down almost 44 points. Broadly, it was a slow trading session. However, the advanced decline ratio, if you talk about that, it was nearly better than 3:2. So, the overall strength in the mid caps was really stock specific. In fact, the mid cap index was almost 250 points higher. Small cap index nearly 0.8% higher. However, if you look at the Nifty and Sensex, they ended on a flat note, nothing really to worry about. But yes, we didn't close below that 25,050 mark. So technically, things are slightly better. Obviously, there is breaking news which has been confirmed by the Commerce Minister, Piyush Goyal, and he's said to be engaging tonight with the US chief negotiator, who is expected to land tonight. And for the next 24 hours or more, we'll have the US trade delegation with the bilateral trade agreement talks starting off on a positive note. Obviously, we have the US trade negotiators which are expected in India tonight, and probably tomorrow they'll work out the progress with respect to the trade deal with India. So a very significant amount of development. Also, we have the EO FTA talks progressing well, and probably there will be a meeting round somewhere in the first week or second week of October. So good news coming in when it comes to the trade deal, and the progress really has been quite strong when it comes to the India-US relations, and probably the chief negotiators will have the entire talks which will happen with the Indian counterparts starting tonight. Talking about the sectors today, we have Nifty real estate, PSU banks and energy stocks outperforming in trade today. However, pharma and IT, the conservative sectors or the defensive sectors clearly look taking a back seat. Talking about the overall sentiment of the markets, we have the overall stocks in the PSU pack doing well. In fact, certain defense stocks, railway PSUs and financing companies were clearly outperforming in trade. We have the Nifty 50 gainers, which include the Bajaj Twins, BEL and Hindalco. In the Nifty 50 top losers list, we have HUL, Bajaj Auto as well as Wipro. But talking about KRBL, that is one stock which was under pressure because of corporate governance issue. That stock lost nearly 10% in trade. We also had GRSE, Motherson Sumi and Newland Labs also correcting in trade. What was doing well in the mid caps was Anantraj, 11% higher after the government is looking or considering to give a 20-year tax holiday for data center businesses. Aegis Logistics, Realty and Ircon were the other stocks which gained nearly 5 to 6% in trade. Talking about the first stock on our list, that is United Spirits. Jefferies has initiated a buy call on the stock with a target of 1570 now. Jefferies believes that the premium segment will see a strong growth for United Spirits. We could see a double-digit volume growth moving forward. And obviously, the stocks like Radico clearly lead with a higher EPS growth. But United Spirits, its premium portfolio and the benefit coming out of the UK free trade will probably help them boost margins and better up demand. DAM Capital, on the other hand, has initiated coverage on Northern Arc. They have a target price of 335 on the stock. The valuation, according to DAM Capital, is quite good at 0.9 time book. So the stock is essentially trading, below 1 time book on a forward basis, which is the reason why DAM Capital likes the stock. And they believe that the fund management placement business moving forward will boost the overall fee income, because of which they have been quite bullish on the stock. We also have the asset quality, which is expected to ease starting second half, and we could see full normalcy according to DAM Capital by FY27 when it comes to Northern Arc. And remember, a few days back here we had a large block deal, and post the block deal happened, the stock was on a steady state upside move which we saw. So yes, United Spirits as well as we have Northern Arc. These are the two stocks which have been clearly grabbing the limelight on the back of the brokerage views coming in, and both of these stocks were quite active in trade today. But let's talk about Noida and UP real estate. Some good news coming in there. We have stocks like Anantraj moving, DLF, Godrej Properties, all of them moving because the UP government has relaxed the ceiling or the height limit which was earlier capped in the NCR region, especially Noida, since it comes under the jurisdiction of the UP government. And now there will be no height ceiling that would be there for the real estate companies. In fact, they also have eased norms for the floor space index, which is FSI norms have also been eased to give better landscaping for commercial as well as housing real estate projects. So yes, on the back of good news coming in from NCR as well as the data center business, which the government plans to give more shops, most of the NCR related real estate companies were quite active in trade today. So these are the stocks we are focusing on, and obviously the markets really cheered all of the news specific events. As I mentioned in my earlier comments, we have the US chief negotiator for Asia Pacific landing in Mumbai, or rather Delhi tonight, and they'll lead the negotiations for the US India bilateral trade agreement. Whether or not it's a great success, but the overall background of this entire meeting is on the positive note, and we'll probably have some comments coming in from both the US as well as India post the negotiation, which are expected to take place tomorrow for the full day. Stay tuned to moneycontrol.com for all this breaking news and updates, especially on the India-US bilateral trade agreement. Stay tuned and keep watching Money Control.